About a million years after everyone else on YouTube made the 10 facts video, I've decided to make one about my mature coral reef tank. Now this has been a really fun one to write and film, and there's some really interesting stuff that you guys might like to know. And if it's your first time here and you want a weekly dose of reefing goodness, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out when I upload. The tank was set up on the 24th of June 2018, so it is just over 3 years old. In that time, I've amassed a collection of 92 distinct corals, the vast majority of which are SPS, and many of those are Aquapora, the king of all corals. But I also have a few LPS corals, as well as a handful of zoas. The largest single colony I have has at least 246 polyps, and I know that because I counted them. I've also fragged this Arc Woodstock Rainbow Zoa colony more times than I care to remember, and I suspect it has produced well over 1,000 polyps in its time. I also have 19 fish in this 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot tank. Sadly, I've lost around 16 fish, which is a much higher mortality rate than I'd like to admit. But it goes to show the harsh reality of how delicate these saltwater ecosystems can be. And the silver lining is that the fish I still have are all healthy and thriving. Saltwater tanks of course lose water to evaporation every day. This tank loses as much as 5 litres per day, which is 35 litres per week, or 5,705 litres in the 3 years it's been up and running. That's 1,500 US gallons, which if I'd been able to capture it, would have provided me enough drinking water to last 8 years. As well as replacing evaporated water, I also carry out 10% saltwater changes every week, which means the tank has got through a staggering 350 kilos or 800 pounds of salt mix. I use Red Sea Blue bucket salt, which costs around £65 per tub, so I've spent £1,050 on water changes alone. Although to be fair, that is money well spent. And while we're on the subject of costs, I might as well tell you how much I've spent on the tank overall. Now this was a little harder to work out as I've kept track of most but not all of my costs over the last 3 years. However, conservatively I estimate I've spent at least £20,000 and probably more like 25 or maybe even 30k. Which the internet tells me would have been enough to take me to the peaks of Mount Everest 16 times or go bobsledding in Norway 28 times. Oh well, outdoors is overrated anyway. And that cost figure doesn't include the running costs. The tank consumes around 1,328 watts of energy at any one time, which is the equivalent of having 189 Philips Hue light bulbs running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A large chunk of that usage is the 305 LEDs I have, and all of that power means a lot of plug sockets. Well, I currently have 24 plugs hooked up, and I suspect that number will only grow. I'm fortunate enough to live near a handful of excellent marine specialist shops. I go to at least one every weekend, and on average I reckon I make 3 visits per week, which means I've been to a fish shop 489 times since I've set up this tank, which surely must mean I'm due a free coral now, right? One regular purchase I make at my LFS is of course fish food. I currently feed 6 cubes of frozen food per day, but that figure has fluctuated between as little as 1 and as much as 12 per day. So working with a 3-year average of around 4 cubes per day, that means I've fed 4,564 cubes of frozen food, which is a lot of mysis shrimp, and ultimately that has led to a lot of fish poo. Although I'll spare you the weight of the fish poop stat, given some of you will be watching this while eating your Cocoa Pops. And the final fact is about the YouTube channel this tank gave rise to. Reef Talk is currently the second fastest growing reefing channel in the world, behind only the mighty BRS TV, and it's been the second fastest growing channel in the world for the last 8 months. This week Reef Talk hit 30,000 subscribers, so I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched and engaged with my videos, in particular my lovely subscribers. And if you're not subscribed, do you even reef bro? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for next week, and until then, happy reefing.